Hi everyone, welcome to this candle wax reading. This is going to be for the week of 14th to the 20th of April. So there are two piles. This is going to be pile number 1, which is the blue paper with this green candle, and pile number 2 will be this pink paper with the yellow candle. You can choose to listen to both the piles and take whatever messages resonate with you, or you could pick either pile. And it's also the full moon today, so we're going to do a weekly reading and also maybe how this full moon energy is going to take us through and affect this week as well. Okay, so I will be back with pile number 1, which is going to be the green candle. Welcome pile number 1. This is for those of you who chose the green candle. This is going to be for the week of the 14th to the 20th of April. And I'll also be doing a coffee cup reading, maybe in a day or two. So pile number 1, what do you need to know for this upcoming week, and also how is the full moon going to affect you this week? I'm seeing something expanding and growing. So number 1 would be in terms of business or work. This could be an expansion regarding taking your business online or going global. The other thing I heard was also someone's child becoming a teenager. And there's a lot of fast movement, which is great. I'm also getting with green the planet of Mercury. Okay, this talks about your intellect, it talks about communication, putting your ideas into action. So this next week would be quite busy, especially in regards to work. For those of you in relationships, I see that I'm getting the message to be calmer, especially if both of you or one of you are very hot-headed. Try not to get into situations which create unnecessary fights. Okay, basically keep a cool, calm temperament is what I'm getting. I'm not sure exactly astrologically what's going on, but I'm just getting that you need to play it cool and not let little things, unnecessarily become a big argument. It's something that can be avoided. For somebody here, if you're using your phone a lot at night, just a message to take care of your eyes, or if you're having too much of screen time, just be careful of your eyes. Or I think you also have this blue filter, or I don't think I've said it correctly, but there's some sort of filter, which would help if you need to be on your screen, especially in the night time. So take care of your eyes is what I'm getting, if you're someone who works a lot on a computer. I was seeing a horse that's bleeding or crying or some sort of injury. I'm also seeing a unicorn, but I'm getting like this silver blood, so to speak. So something maybe, well, what's the message here? Maybe take care of some injury. I'm also seeing a cloud that's raining, a cloud burst. So, rain could be significant. I'm also seeing you being showered with blessings. Okay, now this is making sense to me. So if you were hurt by something, okay, literally, or you were upset with something. This could be a physical injury or this could be something emotional. God is showering you with blessings, okay, something which is healing your heart. There's been a lot of healing coming up the past 10 to 15 days, and that's what I'm seeing, the rainbow after a period of darkness, okay. I'm also seeing this as Lord Ganesha with his trunk. Lord Ganesha is also about the remover of obstacles. So if you've been experiencing some glitches, problems, work delays, things being stagnant, I see things will start to move. It may not be something overnight, but slowly things will start to get better and smoother. If you've been feeling very scattered, you will start to feel more collected. It's like after the storm, okay, things are being settled and cleared. The path is being cleared away and opened up for you, but I want to say a little bit at a time, okay. I'm seeing like a sweet or a candy, so this could be like a sweet surprise this coming week. Maybe a long time friend would call you, maybe somebody would surprise you, maybe it could be a gift, maybe it could be some good news, okay, that's what I'm getting. I'm also seeing this giraffe hugging a smaller animal, so I'm seeing very nurturing, caring energy for you this week. If you're somebody who lives on your own, and if you're visiting friends or family, or you're visiting your parents after a long time, I see something like a nice reunion. This could also be like you're just feeling very cared for the next week, or you may be taking up some activities, something to do with TLC, going to a spa, or concentrating on something to do with self-care. I'm seeing a person here who's sitting by either the lakeside, or it could be on top of a mountain. Someone who's thinking about something. Maybe thinking about your life, maybe thinking about the future. But there's like a lot of worry and anxiety. And the message I'm getting is it's good to think about your next plan of action, but at the same time, don't keep brooding over the same thought or the same memory again and again. Plan, but also take action. If you're thinking about something, don't spend too much time either in that energy. Like, don't dwell in this particular situation. Like, what I'm getting is you can keep thinking about something, but it's not going to change a situation, okay. That's the energy that I'm getting. And like when I turned it, right, it kind of spread out in 3 different ways. So there are a lot of possibilities, but there has to be practical action to whatever you're thinking of. It's like dreaming of castles in the air, okay, or making those sand castles. Now it's like you're making a blueprint, but then the execution also has to be there. So don't spend too long only planning or only thinking and wishing. Otherwise it's going to remain where it is. This became too close. I'm also getting an image of, what is it called in the water? A surfboard, like somebody on a surfboard. So maybe you're doing some water activities, you may be learning to surf. And surfing also reminds me of finding the right balance, finding the right footing. Okay, and it's also finding your balance and the right time, right? You have to, I think, get up on the surfboard only when the wave comes in at a particular time. So it's all about executing your ideas in a proper way, in a systematic way. So for somebody here, this could be that allotting your time in a proper manner. How much time you spend on a particular activity and what that is going to result in, something along those lines. Okay, I'm just getting an energy of here of someone, like, how do I put it, don't waste your time unnecessarily, because what I'm getting is that you're spending, say, I'm just giving an example, okay, the way I'm getting it is you're spending 10 hours in researching something or planning something, but the result is coming, it's not really satisfactory to what you want. So maybe you need to prioritize the way you are working things out. It's like the amount of input that you're putting in is not giving you or yielding those results or that much of output. So there is a need to rework and re-evaluate the way that you're working or doing things. Okay. I'm also here getting the image of something like the hanged man. It's like you're hanging on these stems of a tree and you've tied your feet and your hands. And the hanged man is also a need to maybe take a step back or to look at things from a different way. Basically, this earlier message that I was talking about. Sometimes we are very used to a particular routine because it's been working for us for a particular amount of time, but now there's probably a need to do something differently. It's like changing with the tides. I'm also hearing being adaptable and flexible. I just got this message, just for example, like when there's inflation, when the prices of certain things go up, we may need to change our budgets, we may need to change our spending habits. So certain things which are not in our control, we need to flow according to those things. So for someone here, I'm just getting this image of, especially here, somebody who's being very adamant about something. See, it's good to fight for your own values and your morals, but this is about, I'm just hearing, working with the system. Something where you need to find a balance where things work better for you. So you're not constantly fighting, you're not constantly resisting, but you're learning to go with the flow, which works out for the best. And that will also reduce your anxiety, irritation. Okay. Start with your tea leaf cards. Man, dealings or relationship with a man. You have the owl, good advice from a wise person. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. The month of November could be important for some of you. And we have the wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I think this is what that message was that I was picking up, need to organize. Okay, let's take these cards. Playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestations. So for somebody, if you're right now all about work, it's also important and necessary to take some time out. The message we got about some TLC or self-care. So give that to yourself as and when it's required. You also need to recharge your batteries, just like you recharge your phone. You also need to do the same for yourself so that you don't feel drained and you don't feel overworked, because also when you're overworked, you also feel like your brains have shut down, right? You don't feel that creative, you don't feel that enthusiastic, and then you feel like you're just working like a robot and not really enjoying whatever you're doing. Watch your thoughts. It's important to think about what you desire and not what you fear. It's like the law of attraction. Whatever you think about is what you're going to create. So if you focus your energy more on what you want rather than what you don't want, focusing on the positive rather than focusing on all the things that could go bad, okay? Because the minute you start focusing on the negative, the minute you start focusing on the worst case scenario, you're going to start attracting that, and you're going to start feeling more negative and pulled down and weighed down is the energy that I'm getting. Okay, so this was your reading, pile number 1. I'm not going to take any cards. I'm not feeling being drawn out to, so I will leave your reading at this. I hope it resonated with you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, take care. Welcome, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading. This is for those of you who chose the yellow candle. This is going to be for the week of 14th to the 20th of April, and also the new moon energies this week. The first thing I heard was readjust. This could be adjusting to a new environment. If you've taken up a new job, then this could be regarding that as well. If someone's changed something in their diet, then give it some time. For this group, I'm getting like if you've changed something dramatically in your life, or even if there are certain habits, give it some time. I'm just hearing don't expect instant results and instant miracles. I'm getting this really funny message, so I'm going to say it, but life is not like Maggi or ramen or like those instant noodles, okay? Spirit gives me the funniest messages, but I have to say what I have to say. There's quite a lot of this black suit that's coming out, which is good for me. When I see this, it's releasing of the toxins, it's releasing of negativity, it's like letting go of certain patterns that weren't serving you. I'm also seeing like a dragon face. There's 1, there's 2. I see you seeing things from 2 different angles. That's the message that I'm getting. I'm getting the message that you're somebody who sees things in a non-judgmental way. Okay, you may be somebody who's not very biased, and because of that reason, people may come to speak to you, people may seek your advice, people may seek your help. You're somebody who is very sharp. Okay, you can be somebody who can be very aggressive, but at the same time you have this very gentle, loving side about you as well. Okay, I'm getting a good balance of the masculine and the feminine, the strong and the soft. Okay, that's the type of personality that's coming through. And you're also somebody who's very mature, but at the same time you're still young at heart. You still know the importance of play. You still find the joy in the little things. You don't feel that just because I'm grown up or I'm an adult now, I can't engage in playful activities. I feel you may be somebody who's very well liked, very affable, very approachable. And I see someone coming to speak to you very soon. So you may be expecting a telephonic communication. It could also be an email. You may also be very liked by kids. Okay, children may love interacting with you. What I get is with this group is you know how to be with different people. And I just heard you know how to flow and you know how to roll with the punches. You may be somebody who is, I just heard stand-up comedian, but you may be somebody who's very witty. You may know how to use humor to your advantage. And that's a great skill, especially when problems come up. The ability to laugh at oneself, the ability to see the lightness in things even when things are really bad, it's a strength. Okay, I also see you as someone who's not afraid to show their emotions. You're not afraid to cry, especially if you're a man here. You own up to your emotions. There's a transparency about you that people actually like. What's the saying? You wear your heart on your sleeve. And I think that's a quality that people really admire about you. Oh, it was hot. What else do we have? Pile number 2. I keep seeing and hearing that you're very optimistic. Okay, you're always looking for the silver lining. You're always looking for the positive side of things. And that takes you a long way. And it's like life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% is your attitude towards it. And I think it's a very befitting quote for this particular pile. Because everyone has their own share of problems, but how you deal with it, how you respond to things, that could be like the deal breaker. And that's what I see for you, that the way you handle things, the way you choose to see things, your perspective on life is very different. Today both the piles, for some reason, it's like my words just stop. Oops. I want to say that you may be somebody also who shows that you're very happy and that you're all right, but for you also there is something which, this is not obviously for everybody, but there's something underneath the surface that it could be like a one-sided love, or like an unrequited love. I think that's what it's called. Okay, this could be where you fell in love with somebody and for some reason it didn't work out, or for some reason this person is not in your life or part of your life anymore, and you decided that you never want to be with anybody ever again. It's like you had that one love and that's it, and you hold that. I mean, it's a very bittersweet memory or emotion is what I see it to be. And I feel like that's also made you into who you are today. It's like, the poets, the poems, and it stems from within. It stems from one's own emotional situations that they've been through. And for someone like this, who I get is so sensitive and emotional, it's like you have used that to express yourself in a very beautiful way, but you've turned your life around for the better is what I see. For some people, where it comes to heartbreak or disappointments, either you can become very bitter, or you could use the same thing to mold you into someone emotionally mature, or where you just understand things a little more deeply, is how I want to say. So that's what I'm getting. I'm also seeing a turtle here that's kind of looking over something. It's a very cute energy. It's a very playful energy and something really beautiful here. He's just like leaping across and looking over, and this is the rabbit. Okay, and both of them are looking over at something. I also get with this pile, like when I'm seeing this, there is no competition. Okay, you're someone who's very happy for other people's success, and you're happy when other people are happy. You don't compare your journey. Even if this guy is ahead, or it seems like this one is ahead, he's happy, he's content. I'm just saying he, as generally. So I really like this energy. I mean, you're a very trustworthy and loyal friend is what I get, and a great person to be around and have as a mentor, or as a friend, as a partner even. Okay, I'm going to take your cards. Thank you for bearing with me today. I don't know, my words were just, it's like I just couldn't speak. Happens. Yeah, I'm hearing sometimes words aren't necessary. Okay. Also, sometimes I just got this, but when you're watching a reading, sometimes the energy is just so beautiful that you don't necessarily need all the yap continuously, which I usually do. So I'm taking 2 cards. Okay. Let's start with the tea leaves. So you have December. December could be significant. Table, hard work ahead. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. You have the bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Funnel, a period of frustration, lessons to be learned. This could be regarding work. Broom, a new home and a new attitude. Did I not get this in the beginning? Like you're readjusting to a new environment. So this could be like, yeah, a new home or a new office space or something like that. Dogs, getting together with friends. Harp, great happiness. The wall, a misunderstanding. Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Basket, recognition and reward for merit. I feel you're going to have a lot of things going on at the workplace this coming week. And you have quill, get back to basics. Okay, this came up for the earlier pile as well. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Okay, so make sure that you know where you're focusing your energy. Because whatever you focus your energy on is what you land up creating. And it's like the 8 of Swords. It was just here and my attention went there when I spoke about this card, watching your thoughts. This is more like a mental prison. And when we are continuously thinking about something, okay, the 9 of Swords energy, it's overthinking, overstressing, a lot of anxiety. And that overstress and overthinking makes one feel like we are trapped in a mental prison. It makes us feel like we are stuck. Accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. The energy of surrender. Sometimes we think we have to do it all or we don't need anybody. And when we get into this energy again, like this 8 of Swords and this 9 of Swords energy, it's, you know, you reach a point where you just feel helpless or hopeless and you don't know what to do. And that's the moment where, for me, this energy of this card comes in, which is about surrendering. Let go, let the universe step in, let the universe handle things for you. It doesn't mean that you just sit back and do nothing, but allow the universe to work for you and through you. Okay, that was your reading. I just want to take some cards for this misunderstanding. What is this misunderstanding about? Or what is it in regards to? Too many cards. So this could be a misunderstanding in a relationship. Okay, with the Devil I also get it could be something that is toxic, in the sense a relationship which is, I'm just getting the sense of imbalanced. Okay, and with the Page of Cups it could be somebody who's also just behaving very immaturely. Someone who's being childish, someone who's not willing to look at both sides of the situation. Okay, someone who's just being hell-bent on their own opinion, someone who's like, it's my way or the highway. The advice is the Hierophant. So this could be speaking to somebody, a mentor, maybe someone in the family, okay, and seeking their advice. This could be a work situation as well, maybe somebody like a boss, a co-worker. Maybe this person doesn't really understand your needs. Maybe this person doesn't understand where you're coming from. I also get this person could be careless, okay, or they really lack the maturity to understand responsibilities. Okay, that's something that I'm getting. And I feel like you're confused between, for some this could be between love or money, for some this could be between somebody who's there's a confusion between two things, two people, two choices, you know, one where someone is like that knight in shining armor, someone who's very romantic, very caring, someone who makes you feel butterflies, and then there is having a more practical understanding partner, okay, somewhere where there is more of, I won't say equality, but I want to say someone who gets you, where you have a good understanding, a good rapport. This could even be like with a partner at work or something. So yeah, for somebody this could be like a difficult choice. For somebody this could be judging your choice regarding something or someone, and you don't have to beat yourself up about it. It's fine now that you have clarity. Okay, it's making a better choice. Yeah, we have the Strength card. So it's having the strength to choose the right thing. It's having the strength to and the ability to make the right decision, and to open up your heart and to be vulnerable to new experiences, and trust that, you know, you would find the right partner for you, romantic or otherwise. Okay, so that was your reading, group number 2. I hope this resonated, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Bye, take care.